State the function of a control sensor in a generation network. Control sensors monitor how much electricity is needed in the country, establish how much electricity must be generated. Power stations adjust the amount of electricity to be generated according to the instructions from the control sensors. State the advantages of a three-phase system. Worldwide adoption for generation and distribution supply of power is constant. Star or delta connections can supply three-phase and single-phase through star connections. Uses less copper in the conductors. More economical. Define active power and apparent power. Is the capacity of a circuit for performing work in a particular time and is expressed in watts. Is the product of the applied source voltage and the circuit current and expressed in units of volt-amps. List the advantages of power factor improvements for the supplier. Reduce current in the supply conductors. Smaller supply conductors required, reduce monthly electricity bill, less maintenance of equipment lasts longer. Reduce cost of smaller supply conductors. 3 methods of improving power factor of a resistive inductive load. By adding static capacitors, by using synchronous motors, by using phase advances. List the advantages of power factor improvement for the consumer. Less current used, reduced monthly electricity bill, equipment lasts longer due to less heat generated. Less maintenance of equipment. Define line voltage with regards to three-phase generation. Voltages between any two of the lines. These may also be referred to as line-to-line voltages, VL. Name the disadvantages of a single-phase AC generation has over three-phase AC generation. Cannot be distributed economically over long distances, not suitable for heavy-duty applications requiring large amounts of power, uses larger currents and hence thicker conductors. For an equivalent application, it is not as economical as three-phase systems. Explain the word efficiency with reference to three-phase systems. The ratio of the output power to the input power, efficiency formula is output over input. Explain the word power factor with reference to three-phase systems. It is defined as the ratio of the real power flowing to the load, the apparent power in the circuit. The formula for power factor is true power over apparent power, P over S. Differentiate between power transmission and power distribution. Power transmission is the large-scale movement of electricity at high voltage levels from a power plant to a substation, whereas power distribution is the conversion of high voltage electricity at substations to lower voltages that can be distributed and used by private, public, and industrial customers, also including domestic customers. Explain the word power factor correction with reference to three-phase systems. The process of introducing reactive elements to improve the power factor. Example, introduction of correction capacitors in inductive loads. So on the left hand side in the diagram we have a star system, and we'll place a capacitor in each phase. And on the right hand side we have a delta system, and we will also place a capacitor in each of the phases.